This is the American Rebellion. My name's Jerry. How y'all doing? It's Monday night, and was having a little technical difficulty. For some reason, couldn't get on Facebook to leave the link for Nick and Matt. But anyway, we have Saint Nicholas is with us. Hello, Nick.
What's up, Jerry?
How you doing?
Uh, Without a few nickels, I guess, but I'll be all right.
Well, we got Larry Burns from Canada. Jimmy Collins is here, and Jolene, and a cast of others who I have no idea who they are because they never comment. And on we go. We don't know where Matt is. Uh, may have been hit by a train. We don't know. Anything could happen. It's Matt. Anita, how are you? Uh, well, I have absolutely nothing to say. Harbor Harbor Freight is a wonderful store. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like Harbor Freight. Some of their shit is really crap, but some of it is good for around the house, no doubt.
Yeah,
I've
I've had coworkers that shopped at Harbor Freight and kind of got the screws put to them, but other times they really like the product that they got.
yeah.
Hit and miss. I never bought from it, but I guess it's hit and miss.
Well, I have a Harbor Freight cutoff tool. I've had probably 15 years. I think it's a Chicago Electric. I think they are, yeah, because I don't know about now. They used to be orange. And I've got a bunch of miscellaneous odds and ends like O-rings and shit I bought for Harbor Freight that have come in handy.
Yeah,
The
O-ring, that's kind of standard. I mean, unless they make it out of,
yeah.
I don't know if there's cheap rubber, but you know,
Well, a box of like there's probably I don't know 150 200 pieces in it. I remember it was like $3, so probably, but in a pinch till you can get something as good, it'll fix you up. The continuing saga of the air guns. I got all my air equipment but two things fixed. Uh, where you put the air on the nipple, you take that off. There's a spring and a steel ball in there, so that when you pull on the trigger, it lifts it or retracts it to let the air in or out. And my shit is so old that they don't make parts for it anymore. Now I got to go around try to find this shit. Anything else on them breaks, they might as well throw them in the garbage, I guess. I don't know.
everything they make these days, and that goes from uh, hand tools all the way up to major appliances. You don't get them fixed. You just put them to the road and buy a new one these days because it's not worth the repairman coming over to fix the shit.
Yeah, but if you do it yourself, it's way cheaper. And like I do my own, way cheaper. You buy the part and you put it on yourself, and it's not that hard on most shit. I I've been selling a lot of used appliance parts, and lately. And anyway, Dr. Benton Quest is here. I have no fucking clue who that is, as usual. But
That's Johnny Quest's dad, apparently. I'm guessing.
really?
I don't know.
Okay.
Making
Never
that shit
watched
up.
Johnny Quest. Uh,
That is correct, Nick. Doctor of everything in the world.
I see.
He's everybody's doctor. He's everybody's dad.
Expert.
Kind of like
Expert on everything.
Dr. Fauci.
Oh no, I'm
Nah.
miles above Fauci.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dr. Fauci isn't an expert on anything but self promotion and I guess making money.
Yeah, I think he would disagree with you there, Dr. Benton Quest. Dr. Fauci
Yeah.
is like the shiznit. He knows everything.
Look at Nick being one of the kids now.
Yeah.
But I have always been altruistic. I don't seek fame or fortune for my wisdom.
Are you going to take advantage of the Biden pay off your student loan gig, doctor?
I don't know what that means, but no, I will not. I would not stoop that low to have my loan forgiven or pay it off by anybody.
Well, Biden would, and so would who's this 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 dude from Texas that now runs the streets and shit. Is in control of all the streets and whatever the hell they want to call it. The guy that has a husband and they adopted some kids or something.
Butt plug.
Butt gig. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess we could be thankful that he doesn't want to be a woman. What the hell does yeet mean? And why are you supposed to say it? Jimmy Collins says, "Yo, Nick, just say yeet." Well, what is yeet?
That one I don't know. Jimmy's gonna have to explain that one to me.
Well, I know what it means.
Jimmy's just making. Oh, God help us. What does it mean?
Usually in a form of question, like "Yeet yet?"
He said, I don't know what the fuck it means. I just know kids say it. Oh, yeet yet? It's kind of a Cajun Louisiana thing. Yeet yet? I mean, did you eat yet?
Where the hell are we living, man? what kind? What kind of insanity is this? Larry Burns from Canada's here. Why don't you come on, Larry?
I mean, they have all these. They have commercials with. It's like a. It gets on my nerves, but it's to kind of instruct parents that have younger, teenage children as to their stupidity talk and these phrases that they come up with, and like, Jesus, I'm drawing a blank at this stupid shit, but they say whatever it happens to be, and they explain what it means. I'm like, I don't give two fucks what it means. How about you get some act right in you, learn English,
Yeah,
and tell me what you mean.
Get some act right in you.
Yeah. Take your act right pill every morning and speak English. You know,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
Well, you really want to know anything about what a kid's talking about? Just go to the Urban Dictionary, and then you'll take a sharp object,
Oh,
stab it into
Christ.
your eye, deep into your brain, and you'll die, and everything will be fine.
Oh yeah, my
Right.
daughter's favorite her favorite word is literally. Every other word is literally. I literally blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I literally blah blah. I'm like, you don't know what the word means. That's
Yeah. They have no clue. And
literally.
like this and like that aggravates the dog shit out of me to listen to these kids. Like they're politicians. These motherfuckers are running this goddamn country. Is another one. Learn how to
So yeah,
speak in public.
there's an actual term for that. Like has replaced the or well, like has replaced that. And it's like when your brain's trying to catch up to your mouth, and you gotta add shit in there because you don't have a coherent sentence. You put in
Well,
or
yeah, you got to
there's a
knock a
word
pause.
for it. I
You
can't
got to
remember what
knock
it
a
is.
pause into the whole conversation so you can come up with a really good lie. That's what it's all about.
Uh, well, uh, well, uh, like
Yeah. See,
literally.
and then you get the eyes looking up, you know, saying, "God, please save me from this and give me the right lie that they will not be able to fake check."
Yeah,
That's what they're
generally,
doing.
we um, in times. Well, I could say something else, but literally, I don't have anything to
I'm getting a
say.
headache.
Yeah, that's like listening to Peppermint Patty. There, that's exactly what happens. It's anytime she gets caught in a hard question, Mr. Hart question comes up on her, and she's like, well, yeah, okay, stop already. You know, we already know you're a stupid fucking redhead. Stop.
Now, I
Stop
remember
what you're doing and chew
when
up
I
the
was like a
road.
teenager, the go to word was like, he goes to me, blah blah blah, and I go to him, blah blah blah.
Eh,
I go to instead of saying I said to him, I go to him, he goes to
Yeah,
me.
I go to, yeah, like instead of I said to you, I go to, yeah, I know what you're saying now.
yeah, Matt,
Yeah.
Matt, you just said like twice. Like when I was a teenager.
See?
Well, no, that literally, it was like when I was a teenager. The
Uh,
situation was like when I was a teenager. I used it correctly,
oh,
Mr. Grammar Not.
yeah, okay.
You
Yeah, I'm a
literally
grammar Nazi.
here's the proper way. You literally had friends say this to you.
Yes.
That's the proper way to use
Yes,
it. Friends.
literally when I was
Now
a teenager. Yes,
we're getting corrected by a college boy now.
Which one?
Well,
not
you,
me.
because you're the only one. Yeah,
Okay, I
yeah,
got it.
yeah. I don't think
Like
me and
there's
Matt ever been to college. Well, I went for
yeah,
a month once. I didn't like
but
it, so I
I
quit.
thought we had an imposter come on or something. I didn't know.
Well, you didn't really go to a real college, but we'll give you credit where credit's due.
Yeah, right. Hey, college is
Uh,
college.
College. College. Sure, you didn't go
parts
to
is
a
parts.
college?
Yeah, you never know.
Well, Edward L. Hudson's here tonight. He seems upset about the like and literally conversation. I don't know.
Does he literally like to use the word like and literally? Or
I doubt it.
does
Edward
it
doesn't
upset
seem
him
that
that
kind
he
of
has
guy.
to hear it all the time?
Yeah,
Because we're all
probably.
upset about that.
Hearing it
That is
35 times a second now probably isn't helping his
that is a
angina.
diaspora that has become dichotic in its usage.
You know what amazes me? How, like, me and Matt never been to college and we know big words and we actually know what they mean, you know? Whereas these kids today, you ask them what "the" means and they have no clue. I don't know. And I actually went to sleep most of the time in high school, and I know shit. I don't know. I don't understand how that happened. I don't.
It's a schism, Jerry, between
Yeah.
actually going to a school that tried to teach you something, well, the correct way of speaking, and uh, schools that don't really give a fuck about the correct way to speak or use phrases or grammar.
Well, they
Yeah,
come out and
it
say
all
that in a
depends
lot of
on what the
places.
word is.
Yeah,
That
he's
man's leading
right.
this fucking country.
I mean, he's right. They'll come out and tell you shit like that. It's like not learning cursive writing or you know that kind of crap. I don't know. We could really screw with the younger generation. Just everybody turn to driving a stick and writing in cursive. Next war will be good because we'll have a code.
Right?
Yeah, Jimmy says that the kids today are taught how to understand others' feelings, not really much else. Yeah, there's a lot of that too. There's a lot of stuff that in the real world doesn't really mean a hill of shit, um, unless you're a
Yeah.
politician or something.
Oh, I remember one of
That-
the phrases from one of those commercials. It was like two girls talking to each other, and she says, whatever, whoever other girl's name is, I'm so jelly of your cell phone case, your unicorn cell phone case, so jelly. That means jealous.
yeah. It's like when I ask people where they're from and they tell me they're from Cali. I'm like, there's no such fucking place,
Yeah.
asshole. It's called California.
Hey,
Hey there, going back to Cali. There's a song about that.
well,
Well, it
you're always
never
going to have
rains there.
slang. Like now they got that was thirsty or throwing shade on somebody.
Yeah, throwing shade. They use that on the news, actual news organization. They threw shade on Trump. It's always on Trump. But anyway, threw shade. I'm like, what the fuck are you even talking about? Threw shade.
I didn't know you could grab a shadow and throw it
Yeah,
anywhere.
Yeah, because
I've never tried it, but
a lot of the ways people learn to speak is literally is like through TV and through radio. They learn words. I have. Okay. So when you're jelly over there, I'm thinking that the peanut butter fell off the bread. I don't know.
right?
language is ever evolving as well. So you don't speak like your
Yeah.
founding fathers did either. You know,
No, but I gotta tell you, they could write one hell of a letter. I'll tell you that. In cursive too.
except
Yeah,
they had all the
yeah.
F's like backwards and everything, and the S's looked like F's and all that bullshit. You know.
Yeah. Hand a kid the actual Constitution and have them read it to you. Watch the
Yeah.
struggle.
And that's not really that you know, like you would. It's very understandable. The Constitution. It's not, like old English or something.
No, it's in cursive. They can't fucking read it. Not they wouldn't
Well, that's true.
understand it one way or the other, but it's in cursive, so they couldn't read it if they wanted to.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Hand
Well, they
them
don't
a
have to
rotary phone.
because they can go on the computer and it's printed.
Hey,
Well, right. Or no, actually, they'll just dictate it to you in, Siri language or whatever the Microsoft flavor language you want to hear it in. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
Thomas
mean,
Jefferson was
it's
throwing shade there in the beginning and everything.
Right.
And,
Exactly.
plus, back in the day, like in our house, every 2 weeks we'd go to the library, and I spent a lot of time grounded, which meant no TV. So I either listened to the radio or read a book, and I would come home with 15 or 20 of them every 2 weeks. you know, um, and not so much that they were like history books or anything, but more to the point, you learned a lot of words that way, and you figured out what they meant by the context in what they were how it was being said. Um, Kids can't figure that shit out for some reason. A lot of them now, and
No, I mean,
considering kids are graduating high school for how many years now, they can't read, they can't write their own fucking name, but they
yeah.
graduate because it just looks better for the school.
And now schools are just dumbing down the qualifications to graduate. Colleges,
Yeah, yeah,
doctorate
or
degrees,
get in.
dumbing
I mean,
down.
when listen, when Harvard, which we were coming up, Harvard was Harvard. I mean, guys like us, I don't care who you didn't go to Harvard. You went to, like, I don't know,
no,
LSU or something. But now they're just letting people in based on race instead of, like, having a hot what them SAT scores or whatever they take in high school. I mean, I got to tell you, man, that's not good. Harvard is supposed to be Harvard, Yale, the Ivy League, all that,
yeah.
where they have football teams, but they don't really give a shit about them, you know?
Yeah, it's like this. Speaking of Yale, I think it was Yale. There's this guy, Mr. Ho, whoever he is, that's one of Biden's nominees for something or another, and he
Well, I
was
want to meet
getting
his daughters,
grilled, and he went to, I
the
think it
Ho
was Yale.
sisters. There we go.
He went to Yale, and guess what they actively do at Yale? Mr. Ho, you can think about what his fucking nationality is. They actively discriminate against Asian
Yeah.
culture at Yale.
Uh-huh.
And they asked him about it. He's like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I haven't seen it. Well, apparently you had enough money that Yale just kind of overlooked who the fuck you are.
Yeah. Oh, that's a big thing too in colleges now. I mean, well, it's always been a thing, but now they're just raking in dollars, and you know, when you can pay a head coach of a college football team 70 to 90 million dollars a year, I'm sorry, but I don't care what college, university you're at. That's I'm sorry, that's too much money. It's too much fucking money. And then they charge the parents, $20,000 a year just to send their kid there, and for what? So they can go to a protest and you know.
Funny. Yeah. I was talking to my kids yesterday. They're like, my grades suck. This is finals week, right? Like, my grades suck. And, like, well, maybe you'll get flunked. They're like, they don't use that term anymore. And they won't flunk anybody. My
No.
son goes, if I flunked, I'd rather be a senior. Then I could be a senior 2 years. I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you?
Wow.
When I went to school, it'd be like, if you flunked, that was like a bad thing.
It
And
was a
people would be like,
disgrace.
oh, you fucking flunked, you stupid fuck.
Yeah.
And then
You
now
should
it's
have
like
told
they
him.
don't fucking care.
You should have told him,
No.
no, I'm a senior. That's what a senior is. You need to fucking be a graduate.
Yeah.
Don't just be a
At
senior
least.
and be happy with it. Because you might not make it to senior level if you keep flunking.
Yeah. He's right. When
Hmm.
if you got held back, you were considered an idiot.
Right?
Yeah. I maybe when I went to school, I might have known on the highest that maybe 2 people that ever fucking flunked the grades, maybe 2 out of everybody I ever knew. It was not like a common thing, that, and plus they fucking cared too, that it happened, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like, well, it was like, oh, that was fucking, oh my god, did you hear, blah blah blah. You're like, fuck, man.
I mean, that's because when you flunked, all your friends moved ahead of you, and then you had to start over again, and no amount of summer school helped you.
Right.
I mean, the worst, if you got stuck in summer school, that was bad.
Right. I mean, hell, my first year of school, kindergarten. My parents didn't have kindergarten when they went, and y'all might not have either. I had kindergarten.
We did.
Well,
We
but
did.
because of my allergies and sickness and all this crap, I most likely missed half the fucking school year being sick out of school. And it was nonstop. Mom had to go to the school, prove that I can't take these fucking vaccinations because they like to fucking killed me. And it was just nonstop. And I still made it out of first grade because I just paid attention and did what I had to do when I could go to school and I wasn't sick as a dog. And it just progressively got better
Mm-hmm.
as it went. I hated school with a passion. There's no doubt about it. I
Yeah.
hated school. But I always said if I flunk a grade and I'm old enough to quit, I'm done. And thank
Yeah.
God it never happened. But it was a struggle. The struggle was real, believe me, because I hated school. But I said I'm going to do the best that I can so I can get the
I
fuck out of
lo-
Yep.
here.
I liked school. I just didn't like all the rules or the work. Other than that, it was fun. You had friends, you had this, you had that. That was cool. The work and the rules, they sucked. I had a lot of problems with those throughout my schooling career. I know it's a surprise, isn't it?
Well, athletics can get you a long ways if you're good at it.
Yeah,
Passing high
you could be as
school, you know what I mean?
dumb as a box of nails, and
Hey,
if you're good in athletics, then you're just gonna pass just by default.
yeah, I
I mean,
use that to
look
my
at
advantage in
professional
10th
football
grade.
players,
Once,
basketball players, because they're
Yeah.
all like this and like and ebonics nonstop. They can't speak a
Yeah,
legitimate sentence for nothing, and
that's
they
been
make
going.
millions of
Yeah,
dollars.
yeah, that's been going on a long time. I think that people have been saying that since I was a kid. If some of these guys, it's a shame they're so good because they're going to be on TV every single time they play because they do something, spectacular or whatever. And then you got to listen to them speak. And then you wonder why these guys are broke 5 years after they get out of playing ball.
Yeah, listen to guys like LeBron James. I mean, that dude ain't the brightest bulb on the tree.
What's trying to do?
I mean,
No,
honestly.
no, but he knows how to count money, especially Chinese money.
Yeah, from Nike. Now, as opposed to
Yeah,
him, Shaquille O'Neal, we went to college together. That man has his head on right, and he
yeah.
don't put
Plus,
up with the bullshit.
well, that's why he is, on that. What's that whatever that basketball show is. You look at Charles Barkley. I mean, I know he's one of them guys that doesn't really have a filter, but
Right?
he's pretty well spoken, when it gets down to it. But guys like LeBron James and what was it, Sprewell? I remember that guy. He was
Yeah.
terrible. They don't get to do that because they are not well spoken.
No. Yeah.
The one who
Barkley.
says he shouldn't ever have to practice, that guy.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. That's how you become, just one of the wealthiest guys in the world. You just don't practice.
Yeah. Well, that's what he
Mhm.
said because the coach got pissed at him for not being at practice on time, and
Yeah.
he was insulted by that. But
Yeah.
money
God forbid
talks.
you demand. God forbid you demand something of someone you're paying, hundreds of
50
thousands or
million.
millions of dollars. God
Yeah.
forbid you put a demand on them because
Hmm.
you just can't do that.
Be racist.
That's
No.
that's racist.
Here's the
That's
problem.
something.
Here's the problem, though. If they're to like start a team, uh, they can get the head coach fired over shit like that.
Yeah. Now they can. Yeah.
I mean, God
Just make
damn,
up
that's
shit.
horrible.
Well, it
Hey, you
used to
get
be in the
LeBron James
50s
just
and
gets these.
70s, the manager, baseball, the head coach in football, they ruled with a fucking iron fist.
Right.
Their word
Yeah.
was law. I mean,
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
they do. You gotta treat them like they're fucking marshmallows or something. Fuck
Right.
you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you get somebody like
Yeah.
LeBron James. These two, man, woman, watching the game, and they they didn't like LeBron James, and they say something, and then he gets butt hurt till no end, and has the referees kick these two people out of the fucking arena.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
how the fuck can you, as a player, make that judgment and tell the
Not
ref,
only that.
kick them out of here?
Not only. I mean, I never heard what they actually said, but my guess is it wasn't the N word or nothing shit like that. And he's LeBron James. I mean, this
No,
guy
no.
knows that people do what he wants him to do, whether what he wants them to do. And I find that he is very entitled. There's no doubt of that. And I got to tell you, all he can truly do well, and there's questions about that at this point because he's getting old, but is dribble a ball and
Fall
shoot
down
a
and
ball.
cry. Fall down and
I mean,
cry and claim he's hurt.
yeah, that's his claim to fucking fame. I mean, he
He's a
didn't,
he's a Jussie
find a
Smollett at
cure
this
for
point.
cancer. He didn't
Right.
find
Somebody
a cure
attacks
for
me.
cancer. He knows how to play
He
basketball. I
found a
mean,
cure for
Jesus.
getting out of fucking Cleveland. That's about all he found a cure for.
Right.
Yeah,
But yeah,
well,
he claims
Well, I used to always
everybody's crybabies. He's the biggest crybaby there is in the goddamn NBA. He's always
I used
falling down,
to
hurt somewhere.
I
I
used to always
like
play
that
this clip
cancer
of
guy.
Jim Leland. Jim Leland used to be the manager of the Pirates, and Barry Bonds was on the Pirates. And in spring training, they had this big blowout. Leland was in his
Yeah,
face going, I don't give a fuck who you think you are. I run this goddamn team. If you don't like it, get the fuck out of here. We're going to settle this
yep,
right here, right now. Get the fuck out of here if you don't
yep,
like it here.
yep. I saw that.
Yep.
Leland was not a man to be fucked with. I like that Cantor guy, but now he's turning all this freedom bullshit into a brand. So that should end pretty soon. He's got sneakers coming out. but at least he's saying something. I mean, about
They all got
China and so
sneakers. I mean, shit.
yeah, but he's saying something about China or against China, at least.
Right. Commie bad.
And
I
he,
mean, LeBron. I mean, he loves China. You know,
yeah,
communist
he does.
bastards. Yeah,
He
because he's making
does.
a shitload of money off of them, and
Yep.
he loves to go visit over there and get his
I've often, I've
Xi
often wondered.
Jinping shot every day. You know, get his high off of him.
I have often wondered how much money it takes to sell someone's soul. I mean, or to
Hundreds of
buy
millions,
someone.
I'll
apparently.
take $5 million. Let's just leave it at a round figure there. 5 million. You can have my soul.
There
All right.
you
Nah. 5 million is pretty good. I'll take 5. Yeah.
Hey, where the hell is Daryl? We're missing Daryl.
Yeah.
2 nights in a row. This is not
Maybe he
good.
got hurricane problems. He does live in
He's in
the
Tennessee.
areas.
I
I
think that was
think
the next hit.
There are hurricanes there too.
You know,
I
Not
he ain't
Kentucky.
hurricanes,
dead, is he?
tornadoes there. Tornadoes.
Yeah.
Someone
Kentucky
should
got it,
probably.
and I think Tennessee was the next one. The weather was coming up there. I hope he's all right.
Somewhere over the rainbow.
I gotta see. I'm gonna message him and see where the hell he is.
Yeah, because the first thing Slow Joe came up with was it's because of this climate change we've been fucking lying to y'all about. This is why all this ass hat. I can't believe this bastard. With all these people that are dead, all this destruction, the first thing he worries about is fucking climate change. I'm like, how about you shut the fuck up, Joe Biden? Because you're a miserable piece of shit to come up with that right out the fucking chute. I mean, come on. That burns my ass more than a 12-inch flame.
Yeah, and he's sending Dr. Jill to Wisconsin for them people got run over in the parade. I mean, what
What?
in the fuck is that shit?
Where'd you go? She's gonna give posthumous CPR or something? What the fuck she's gonna do?
Anyone know what happened to Robert Wood? I haven't heard from Robert Wood in a while, so I don't know.
Robert Wood. Oh my god. I forgot about him. Jeez. It's a good
Yeah,
question.
haven't seen Deborah Cole either, but she may be mad because of her brother. I don't know.
Well, I see Facebook posts from Deborah.
I
So
see
she's
Facebook posts for, but she should be on almost every night.
right.
I like Deborah. Deborah's a nice lady. I
Yeah.
wouldn't fuck with her too much. I gotta tell you, but
No. She's liable to show up at your house and
cut you.
go ninja on you or something.
Yeah, something. But then with the thing with Eric, so I don't know. So Nick, is that Popeye's chicken really down home Louisiana cooking, or is that bullshit just pulling our chains from Jimmy Collins? Yes, I
I
would
like
say Popeye's
it.
is exactly like that.
Yeah, you pretty much have that right. Now, I like Popeye's chicken. I'm not a big fried chicken eater in the first place. I'd
Yeah,
rather it, smothered chicken and gravy or something like that. Fried chicken,
but
I'm
see
not a
my
big fan of it. But if I'm gonna eat
yeah,
that goddamn Kentucky fried chicken, you could just throw that shit to the fucking uh, pigs. Let them root on that for a while because that ain't worth the fuck. If I'm gonna eat fried chicken from a fast food place, it's gonna be Popeyes. We have another one here called Crispy Cajun. It's big ass pieces of chicken, but they don't change their grease out enough, so you get the foie every time you eat it. So it tastes like old grease. And I
No,
don't know if y'all know what the foie is. It's the shits.
no, we have. Oh, I see.
Too much grease gives you the bellyache.
Well, I used to love Kentucky Fried Chicken, but two things I haven't had Kentucky Fried Chicken in probably 30 years, 35 years, but my wife likes it and it's expensive as fuck now,
Yeah.
and they never get the order right.
Well, yeah, but
So,
and they have the two different. They have the original, which is like wet chicken. it's barely it's barely fried, and then they have the crispy. Uh, I don't like either one of them.
uh,
I just don't like Kentucky Fried Chicken. Now, if you can find one that has the buffet, you eat everything but the chicken. You go to the peach cobbler and you fill the fuck up on that because it's fucking awesome.
well, I used to like the mashed potatoes with the gravy,
Well,
and
the
the
mashed potatoes
biscuits
and
I
gravy.
always thought were pretty good.
Yeah.
Um, it's like when they had Arthur Treachers. That was like the only time we ever went out to dinner when I was a kid that I hated going out to dinners when we went to fucking Arthur Treachers. It was horrible. It was fucking horrible. I don't know. There ain't a fast food place in this fucking town that ain't overpriced. There's one that never gets the order right or wrong, so that's good. But they're like a privately owned burger joint. The rest of them, you can't get
Well, I
the order
remember
right.
when
Way over fucking price, ridiculous.
Long John Silver's first came out. That was pretty good in the beginning. I think they're out of business.
My wife, yeah, I don't know. There used to be one in Fort Pierce I'd stop at for my
Yeah.
wife, and every
The,
time I did, she would end up with the frog wild or whatever the hell that
oh
was
yeah.
Nick just
The
said.
foie.
So
Yeah.
yeah, the
I went to Long
froggy
John
was.
Silver's. Yeah. I went to Long John Silver's once in my life, and it was in Florida. I remember where we were vacationing to. It was in Florida, and it was actually good. And then it was probably like, I don't know, shit, I don't even know. Wasn't Panama City, wasn't way the fuck down there. But went to a Long John Silver's, and it was actually pretty damn good. It's when you order the fish, it doesn't really look like fish, but it tasted all right.
No, there used to be like triangles at the Arthur Treachers.
Yes,
Yeah, same
exactly.
thing.
You
Yeah,
know, you
yeah.
order the fish,
I
and
didn't.
it
I
like, is
didn't
this
even like
really
the
fish?
fucking French fries because I think they cooked them in the same grease, or
Yes.
at least in right next to each other, where the grease spattered up into the frickin' French fries, and they were them. I hate steak fries, I really do. But
Oh god, you guys ever heard of Wiener Schnitzel?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's about the worst. That's about the bottomless of the barrel you can go to. That's below Taco Bell. I got to tell you, Wiener Schnitzel.
Does it get worse than Taco Bell?
Yeah,
Well,
Wiener
there's
Schnitzel.
Mr. Rectum.
Looks
Rector.
Rectum hell killed them at the first corner.
Rectum damn near killed him.
That's right. How's it going,
Well,
guys?
great.
Good, good.
Apparently you're working. You were working.
It's
yeah,
on a phone call.
where the hell were you Saturday? We were dying, man.
Oh, dude, I was balls deep in machinery working. Pulled damn near double.
Hoping to get your balls caught in the machinery.
Yeah, I was teabagging them son of a bitches. It was not a good night. But yeah, say a little prayer for my kid, man. He's being a dumbass. I hate it. I really hate it. But I don't know. I don't understand the young guys, young women, any of those really. I don't. I don't really
What'd he
see
do?
their vision. He just he's just trying to get to work. His old lady's giving him a hard time, and whenever he has enough, he's like you. He says, "Motherfucker, I've had enough," and the shit boils over, and then next thing you know, he don't have a way to work. So just dumb shit, dumb kid shit, just adolescent arguments, you know.
Does he use the word and like very often?
No, he's a smart kid, man. Good with his hands, hard worker. He just he thinks that everything revolves around pussy, and
it's
that's
it's a
stupid.
great thing the hands work, but the brain is a little bit confused.
Well, I mean, um, I've actually thought about bringing in all my money from my 401k, selling this place, selling my other property, and moving, leaving, saying fuck this shit. And I don't know, dude. I just, you know, kids grow up. They're supposed to anyway, and supposed to stand on their own 2 feet, and they're supposed to have a car. I mean, and if they do have a car, it's because it has a problem. It's like quitting a job 2 weeks before you get another job. It's stupid. I mean, it's just
Yeah,
all stupid. It's like if you've got two babies you got to feed, you have to work every fucking day to feed those babies. And if you fuck around and let the government do it, then they're going to control your life. They're going to control every aspect of your life. They're going to tell you what you can do, what you can't do with your baby. And there you are. You're a fortified fucking government spokesman. Might as well just go ahead and get castrated and drink some fucking Soylent Green or something. It's ridiculous.
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
It's like I'm not gonna use the word. It's good, but it ain't that good because ain't none of it got a gold ring around it. Put it that way.
I'm gonna
It
tell
won't
you,
make you rich.
I've uh, I've been with some of the most beautiful women that you could even imagine in my life. More than just one, all the way back into high school. But somewhere along the line, I used up all my pussy passes, and now now they don't exist anymore.
Now
So
you're
I
the wing.
quit.
Now you're the wingman.
I quit.
yeah.
Right. I'm the wingman now. I'm the guy with the monkey on his shoulder.
Right?
Uh, but
They
you
all need
know,
love one way or the other, regardless of how gorgeous they are or
right,
not.
right. But I love my kids wholeheartedly. I do anything I can for them. I've bought them multiple fucking things. I've helped them out with multiple fucking things. But man, I have to prepare for when I get old and I don't have anybody to take care of me because hopefully they'll have control of their shit by then and can support me. But if
Yeah.
not, I'm fucked. You
It-
know what I
it-
mean?
I hear you loud and clear, Daryl, because I'm like, I take care of you know my
Yeah,
child, my grandkids, the whole damn family, my entire fucking family.
yeah,
I'm like, when I get old and decrepit, who the fuck's gonna take care of me?
right. And
I'm not so sure it's gonna really happen.
Meatloaf is gonna take care of you.
Yeah, or you.
we'll walk out in the woods and put a bullet in my fucking that
Yeah,
way, straight to the
like
back to the
I do what I
and
can,
that's
but I kind of have my doubts that anybody else is gonna put the effort that I put into it.
right. No,
Jeez.
I mean I love my kids with all my heart, man. I'll do anything I can to keep them from being in trouble and to guide them down the right path. But that's all I can do. I can't take their fucking ear no more, dude, and lead them down the right path. You have to know.
Grown ass kid,
You have to know.
they're grown ass adults at this point. You
Yeah,
make your decision, you
When,
live with it.
dude.
when I
I'll help
realized
you as long as you don't do some stupid shit to fuck me.
Mhm.
Mhm.
when I realized that just keeping my mouth shut when she moved out of the house, you've been a while now, but years, but I said I'm done. You do whatever you want to do, but just remember you got to get yourself out of whatever stupid shit you do, because calling us all the time
Mhm.
uh, to save you is not, it ain't gonna help. And I have managed to, I mean, every now and again I'll freaking say something, but not very often,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
especially if that's the only time they call you.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
When in
Well,
need.
in this town I live in, man, I've had various different things that I've done for multiple years at a time, and it was either in the pest control field or in the cable television field. And I did a lot of favors, just little things for people, and people you might not even know was a lawyer or a judge or uh, city DA, district attorney, or whatever, and they see you in court, and you was the nice guy that did everything you could to please them and help them, and we don't have to tell them everything, so you don't have to pay that big fee. Maybe I'll help you out. So, and I did, and it paid off for a long time, but I've used up just like my pussy passes. I about used all them passes up too. And there's only so many times that a boy can fuck up that he don't go pay the price for it. And
yeah,
Yeah, I have
yeah,
family members that have used up their you know, can you
yeah,
loan me and I'll pay you back passes.
yeah. Oh, if I had everything I ever loaned back, I'd be
Oh my
fucking
God.
boy.
I never
You,
got paid back.
yeah. I just
$0.
I retire right now.
I can't even count how much fucking money I gave to these sorry bastards that,
Yeah,
because I have a compassionate heart. I feel sorry for these motherfuckers because they're
yeah,
family. And then I finally
I
figure
know.
out, you know what?
I
Enough,
know.
motherfucker. Enough.
I know.
right.
You can only get burned so
Well,
many times.
Yeah, I always had this little kind of a background business going in, on the side money kind of thing. And either on the weekends I would be mowing 5 or 6 people's yard, or I would be doing like a custom pre-wire on a new house for cable television or something. And at the beginning of it, it would be like I don't know, it'd be just like basically taking a fucking long walk off a short pier. You would invest all this time and money and everything in it, and then that person would change their mind, and you'd have to redo everything. So it's kind of like that story you tell your kids when they grow up. It's like always know what you want before you tell the person what you want. That way, it don't cost you any extra money or any extra grief or any extra problem. Well, I had a lawnmower or a zero turn mower, had a fucking weed eater and shit like that. Had 124 customers that I fucked with on the side, and just little stresses like I was just telling you about just caused me to say, you know what, fuck all you people. I ain't coming back. Sold my zero turn, sold all my equipment, sold my trailer, and just basically got out of the cable business, everything. And I said I had enough. I don't want to be a business owner no more because it's like raising more kids. And but they get done doing what they're doing, and then you have to smack their hand and say, "Fuck, I got to redo all that just for you." And and you have to eat it. because it's your fucking wire. It's your, or whatever. Um, so yeah, that's where I was in life years ago. Didn't know where I was going after that, but I made my own way, and I had another plan before I gave up that plan. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Kids just don't do that. They, kid will walk into work. This ain't my kid. This is like other people's kids coming to work that, we don't even ask their name because we know they probably won't be there tomorrow or they might go home at lunch. You don't know. They
Yeah.
come in and they say, "Oh, this is very hard. This is very hard." I was like, "No, man, it's really easy. Let me show you." And I just show them, well, it's easy for you. You've been here 4 years or 5 years. I was like, dude, it was easy on day one, but I make it easier. But I'm trying to show you my tricks. And, you just try to help everybody any way you can just to be able to get along with the job. So maybe they'll come back tomorrow. But nobody, we got like a fucking skeleton crew. I mean, there might be 7 people upstairs, and then downstairs is probably 12. But we're talking a 70, 80 capacity job thing at one time, that we need to keep people doing. And it's just not there. You can't hire people. These kids come straight out of high school, $15 an hour, and they won't fucking stay. Don't get it.
I was gonna tell Nick to give me $10,000, but I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna tell Steven too, because somebody has asked him for 10 grand to help get Christmas gifts.
Oh
Plus, I
yeah,
want to know the guy who needs 10 grand for Christmas gifts. I mean, what the fuck is he buying these people?
Fucking anybody. Yeah, Jerry needs a new tractor.
Yeah,
10 grand
goddamn,
could
Steven, what the fuck?
get you a
Yeah,
decent tractor, at least something
yeah. Oh,
to start
I
with.
could get a tractor. I want one that's like from, just bare bones, and I could get that and have some left over for a bush hog.
yeah, yeah. Shit, go for it, man. Get you a Mahindra with a cab over and air conditioning, heat, all
No,
that shit.
no, I have no use for any of that shit on a tractor. A tractor is a work vehicle. I mean, if you're a farmer, I get, and you got 500 acres to do in Florida, that air conditioning is probably a good thing for you. And I don't see too many people plowing up fields in the winter around here. So, I just need, like, my neighbor's got one, and it's like a 1972 Ford.
Hmm.
I didn't even know Ford made tractors.
They're good little tractors, man. They
Yeah,
really
they
are.
But
do.
then
They do
that
make
some bitch,
tractors.
it starts right the hell up every time, and all it is a motor and a steering wheel and a couple levers and a go and a clutch. That's it. Oh, and a seat.
I think Dr. Benton Quest there has Alzheimer's or the jitters or something. I don't know what that's all about.
Yeah,
Well, I
I don't
didn't
know.
want to like horn in on the conversation about
Well, all I
making
saw
your
was
way and
your
all that
hand
and
doing this
everything.
nonstop. I mean, I don't know what that was all about.
Because I'm hearing a bunch of bullshit. You know what I mean?
Okay, it ain't bullshit. It's the truth.
Yeah, it's called real life, Matt.
Yeah, slow
Yeah,
down
No,
there,
not really.
doctor.
yeah.
Dr. Bent Quest.
Dr. Benton.
Yeah,
There's your truth, and then there's the real truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the truth.
About
It's like you
life
got
and such
your
forth.
teeth and my
You know,
teeth. Yeah.
it's all
I
Well,
don't
bullshit.
know.
Like you're talking about
My
helping your
daughter,
son multiple times, and he doesn't seem to get the message, and you're tired of helping him and all that. And it's the same way as they say, give somebody an inch, they're going to take a fucking mile. You've helped them
Every
I'll be
multiple times,
doing
and
10 Holland.
I think they're going to do that forever. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's my parents waited too long with me was the problem. Uh, had they done it in my 20s, I probably would have got cleaned up a lot sooner. It's called enabling. And in my
Yeah.
case was drinking. His case may not be drinking, but it may just be stupid fucking decision making kind of shit. But you know what it ends up being in the end for anybody that's like that is stubbornness, because they want to live the way they want to live. They just want you to help them with whatever. And I don't know. Steven
Well,
says he's giving away 10 New Holland tractors for Christmas with 3 laughing roundy head guys.
Mhm.
Um,
What a joke. Thanks, Steven.
yeah,
Who gets them?
something tells me that. Yeah, something tells me that is a joke. I don't know.
Okay, we have 4 people here on camera. Which 3 gets them?
right.
Right?
Oh shit.
I need one with a 6-foot bush hog. Okay, and then I need a front and rear bucket, and maybe a tiller would be nice thrown in on the side. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I could just use something that could like dig out my ditches because a fucking city doesn't do that shit, even though they raised my fucking property taxes. And one of the taxes is to go to street repair and all this crap, which I haven't seen done in decades on my street. Got potholes in front of my house, but at least they can dig out the ditches and clean out the culverts so that all the silt is gone and the water can drain like it needs to. Because I live on a corner
That would
lot.
be cool.
Everybody's shit comes to me.
Steven says you don't all want to know what I won playing Texas Hold'em Saturday night. Well, now we
Now we
want to
want to
know.
know.
So
Now we kind of want to know, don't we?
Yeah,
yeah, what the hell, man?
private
Well, I don't
messages.
give a fuck what he won.
Like
I don't
PM me,
either, but
bro.
now I got to see if he made up the money for being arrested for January 6th. That's what we got to do.
Right?
Did you win? Did you win any Asian girls? Because I'll take one of those. Oh,
He's one of them. Okay.
I really like Asian girls. That ain't no joke. Yeah. But I mean,
Well,
I
thanks
take
for
any.
sharing that with me.
That's just
I really appreciate it.
just a candid moment inside the mindset of
You're definitely not racist. I mean, come
no.
on.
Oh hell no. Fuck
See?
no. I mean,
Now,
I take
Asian
more.
is pretty broad spectrum. Do you have any I really go for Japanese over Koreans, or Thais would be farther down the list or something.
Yeah, I would say probably more leaning toward Japanese, yeah,
That was a fucking joke, man.
or Taiwanese. Taiwanese women are pretty too. All women are beautiful. It's a God's creature, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, there,
Well,
Mr.
I like Filipinos except their breath. It's oh, good Lord.
I wouldn't know about that, but anyway.
And they don't shave their armpits.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you got to shave your armpits. That's kind of like a Russian thing too.
Yeah.
Hell,
I
as
don't
American
know.
women don't do that shit because
Well,
they're just plain fucking nasty.
some lazy American women don't. Of course, if you're stuck inside during a pandemic and you ain't got no man, you can just get as hairy as you want to. Look like a damn Sasquatch if you want
Well,
to.
you get one of those like 5 razor blade jobs. That shit lasts for months. Shave your shit.
Right?
You don't have to throw it away every
Well,
time.
how do you know? You're shaving your armpits too?
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, I could shave my face on the same damn 5-blade razor for a couple of months.
Shit, man, I quit running track whenever the
You
coach
just
told
had
me
the
I had
cat
to
lick it off, for fuck's sake. What are you talking
that
about?
too.
The track coach told me I had to shave my legs. I told him I'm done. I ain't racing no more. Have a good life.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Shave
Jerry
my face at
Sandusky
somebody.
over there?
He didn't offer. He didn't offer to shave them. He asked me if I would, so I could,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
I
Did
haven't
he say,
actually
"Let me
put a
watch
razor.
while you do it too"?
Yeah, right.
Go to
I
the Putumaka.
get a thrill up his leg or something. But I haven't actually put a razor to my face, and I can't even tell y'all how long. I got a wall trimmer. It
Yeah,
goes so close that I just clean up and be done with it. I don't. I mean, it gets skin deep if I want it to. I take the little guard off.
right.
I don't have to shave with a razor because that
Yeah,
shit. They don't
that's
give
what I
that
did
shit
too.
away. And plus, they have to lock it up. They act like you're a goddamn criminal when you want to buy it, and then they overcharge you for it. I'm like, fuck that. I bought a wall that I could cut every piece of hair on my body if I wanted to, at any length I want to, and even in my nose. You know, I don't need to buy these expensive ass goddamn razor blades that you think I'm gonna go cut somebody's throat with. I'll probably cut my own throat with. You know. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna use my trimmer. I just recharge it. You do what I got to do and be done with it. Good
yep.
enough.
Why is razor blades so fucking expensive?
Exactly.
What what are they that are they made of that is like, rare?
For the
I mean,
longest time, I thought
Jesus.
it was stainless, but they're not stainless. Even they rust like crazy.
Yeah.
So
Mine don't.
I don't know
I
what it's
use
all
one of
about.
them five. I use one of them. I don't shave actually at all. I have a trimmer also. But like if I'm going
Mm.
somewhere like we're going to meet the kids for lunch or some shit like that, then I'll shave. I've had the same razor, 5 blade razor, for like a year now. It's fine.
yeah,
Yeah. You
put
get
the
that
cover back on it and
Gillette
done with it.
Edge or whatever it's called. It's like 4 blade, 5 blade, and it has the little lubricating strip. That shit
Yeah,
lasts for like 4 or 5 months for
yeah,
one blade. Buy a pack of
yeah.
4 blades that last an entire year for me.
He won a
But
hundred and
I no
twenty-five
longer buy them.
thousand dollars.
But how
He
much
won
did you lose?
125 grand. Well, but bought in for 10, so technically he won 100 and
15.
50. Yeah, thank you. I can count. God damn it. Um,
100 and you see, put the in there.
but still, well, is another word for 15 down here in Florida.
Yeah,
God damn
yeah,
it.
yes,
Mm, mm.
exactly.
There you go. It's slang. Okay, I know my shit.
Yes, means 15.
Very street,
Yeah.
Anyhow, Jesus Christ.
Well,
I
Fauci
have
says we
not.
might be able to have Christmas this year.
Yeah, fuck
We're
that
gonna.
asshole. My hope is he drops dead on Christmas right in front of his entire fucking family.
Yeah. Fuck Fauci.
If for
Yeah,
nothing else, I'm sick of seeing his name. I'm sick of listening to his voice. I'm sick of hearing him, what he has to say. I'm sick of reading about him. I'm sick of everything that has to do with Fauci.
you know, Saturday Night Live. I actually had the balls to do a skit on Dr. Fauci. You ought to look that shit up and watch it.
Really? Did they really?
It is fucking
I
hilarious.
think they did one on Biden too. I hadn't watched it, but
Possibility.
I think
But
they probably still do one on Trump every goddamn Saturday night. I ain't watched Saturday Night Live since shit. I was in probably college.
me either, man. I
Yeah.
watched one episode just a while back whenever Elon Musk was on it. That was a great episode. Kind of got, I don't know if he paid him to kind of like let him go a little more in depth about himself or what, but you know, he's got like Asperger's disease
Yeah.
and
You say
yeah,
that.
it's even funny saying that word, isn't it? Yeah,
He's got
Asperger's.
Asperger's disease.
As yeah, I'd say when he made his first billion, his ass was puckering for sure.
Right.
But
That's funny.
I don't know. Back in about the time Nick is talking about is when Saturday Night Live was probably still funny.
Right.
I don't know how that show stayed on so long. I think I may have watched the episode maybe 15, 20 years ago or something, and I'm like, I didn't laugh once.
Yeah, just
You
quit being
know,
funny back when John Belushi and Jim Belushi and everybody was done. That
Yeah,
was
Dan
about the end of
yeah,
it.
Aykroyd
Yeah.
and all those, they're all
Eddie
gone.
Jane
Murphy.
Curtin,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mr.
Eddie
Robinson's
Murphy.
even
neighbor.
Jane,
Yeah. I loved it when he
Jane
did the Mr.
Curtin.
Rogers skit,
Oh
Mr.
yes.
Robinson's neighborhood. That was fucking
Yeah.
hilarious.
Oh yeah, Eddie Murphy. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Eddie
Yeah.
Murphy isn't funny anymore either. And
Now,
Whoopi
he
Goldberg's never
No.
been funny.
Oh no.
uh, Eddie
She's
actually
just
vowed that he would never do stand up again. He said that, everybody wants to be Eddie now. I'm like, fuck, dude, why wouldn't you go
right.
back and do, I mean, because he could be number one again. He was probably the funniest guy out there for a long time.
Oh, Eddie Murphy Raw was man. I could watch that every day and laugh my ass off
Talking about them goony goo goo kids. Get your little fucking
religiously. Laugh my ass off.
Gimme goo goo.
Yeah, great goobly goo.
uh, Said he was gonna go
Man,
get him an African bush bitch with a bone in her nose, but hell, before
shit,
you know
no.
it, she'd be wanting half too.
And the
So,
one with the
The
mama
only thing
burger.
the first thing they learn when you bring them to America is the word half.
yep,
Yes.
I
And
want half, Eddie.
yeah, and and you get the mama burger as opposed to the fast food shit. That shit was hilarious.
Running down the street with it.
Yeah, all on white bread and shit.
That's so much damn grease it's running off your hands.
Yeah,
Like I know exactly what you're talking about.
I don't know.
jeez.
I gotta
Yeah.
tell you that shit was funnier back in the day than it is now. I mean,
Well,
I
now
don't even watch
comedians can't be
regular.
comedians. That's the
Yep.
problem.
Yeah, the
They have
sad
to be
Everybody's
part is
politically correct.
many of them don't want to be. They want to be the ones that can't be are the actual funny ones.
yeah.
The ones who want to be like this now, they're not funny. Because you know why? There's this difference between being funny about something like Don Rickles or Carlin or somebody like that, or even if they made fun of Trump, it was funny
Yeah.
because it wasn't really mean spirited. Some of these fucking comedians are really mean spirited, man.
Yeah. That the one famous stand up that George Carlin did before he died, when he was telling the people not to trust the government. Basically, every other word he said was downplaying the government, and they kind of fucking blacklisted him for that, from what
Yeah.
I gather.
And you know what? I don't even know if George Carlin was liberal or
Yeah,
conservative or Republican. I think he was
Yeah.
more of the Democrat side to me.
Right.
But he
Yeah.
brought out the truth, and he brought light to the dumb shit that
See,
I
Democrats
think
used to
he,
stand for something.
I think he actually, I think he actually hated all of them because
I guess he was
they
like
were so full of shit.
so much
Yeah.
non-denominational, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He even told
Independent.
stories about like people being in malls, and like Americans are so fat that they want a hot dog in one hand and a fucking Coke in the other, in their damn scooter running through Walmart. It's like, just get your ass up and walk, for fuck's sakes.
yeah.
Right?
I mean, but yeah, he kind of drove to the heart of shit like that. You can't find comedians like that no more. Nobody wants to hear it. Everybody gets fat
But
shamed, and it's
again,
crazy.
they're fucking. You know what? They were funny, and because I don't care who you are, or how fucking perfect you are. There's something about you that somebody can turn into a fucking hell of a joke.
Yeah,
Right.
And if you
Yeah.
can't take that, if you are so thin skinned that I mean, listen, if you weigh 450 fucking pounds, okay, here's the deal. It ain't glands, darling. Okay, or man, it's a fucking 4 handfuls of fucking M&Ms you eat every half hour. Okay, go on to quit eating your fat bastard diet because it ain't glands. They all say it's glands. No, it's not glands.
No,
You're a fat
my
fuck. Quit eating.
yeah, my pituitary glands or my adenoids or whatever
Yeah,
the hell they want to turn it into. Like, drop the fucking bag of Oreos a day. How
I've
about
heard
that?
people say.
Yeah,
I've heard people say it's their adrenal glands. It's like, I mean, you got to motivate
Yeah,
energy to have energy. I mean, it's as simple as this.
yeah.
If I wanted to go start working out, after about 2 weeks, I'd be able to go every day and be like, fuck yeah, I'm going to go work out. But, I mean, now I'll go into the gym. I'd be like, fuck no, I don't have the energy to do it because
Yeah.
I'm not young anymore. But I don't know. It's all about motivation, man. Your brain will do some crazy things to you if you let it take over.
I think that
well, Matt's
being
getting
mean
into
spirited, or
phrenology here.
I think that I think that being mean spirited as a comedian doesn't make you funny. I think it just makes you an asshole.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I looked at Don Rickles and he would fuck with everybody.
Oh my God, that dude there.
And
Hmm.
but you know what? You always got the feeling he was probably one of the nicest guys you would ever meet. And like
Yeah,
people, black people, Hispanic people, he'd make fun of everybody,
he didn't give two shits.
but he
Exactly.
loved everybody, you know.
Yeah.
And now he would be blacklisted and probably have to live in a small non-extradition country just to survive.
No, he'd be white supremacist.
Just imagine him coming
Oh
out
yeah,
with a new. Just imagine him coming out with the movie Blazing Saddles in 2021. How you think that would
Oh,
go over?
you'll never see that on TV again. Believe me,
Uh,
I don't know.
yeah.
I've never seen Blazing
unless there's a
Saddles,
whole
but
bunch of bleep 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 bleep.
You've never seen
Well,
Blazing Saddles?
I
Oh shit!
was
no.
You need
listening
to
to
watch
a
it.
podcast that back in the '60s and early '70s, most of your stand-up comedians were Jewish, and they would
Yeah.
make Jewish jokes about everything. Now you
Yep.
can't. That doesn't fly anymore. It doesn't fly.
Yeah.
You can't make any ethnic jokes, even though they're making them about themselves or their family or whatever. You can't do that shit.
Oh, but
So
it's
you're
perfectly
like
fine for
you're
your
like strangling
Talibs and
comedians.
Omars to be
You're you're
anti-Semitic.
you're you're narrowing their area of perspective that they can talk about, and when you narrow it so far down, there's nothing really funny about it. You know?
Yeah, but Jewish uh comedians, they're funny as hell. But now you get these anti-Semitic motherfuckers that are actually in government, and nobody calls them
Yeah.
out on it. Now,
Yeah.
you get somebody like Richard Pryor.
Oh
You
damn, funny
tell
dude.
me one motherfucker that didn't call out every goddamn ethnicity there is and made a
Yep.
joke out of it. And
Yeah.
Yep.
everybody loved him.
Yep.
Everybody loved Richard Pryor. I actually
Yep.
watched like a histography of him not too long ago.
A
And
pistography. What?
whatever the hell you want to call it, a big ass show about it, of his life all the way up to his death. And I mean, the man was just like, I'm just being honest. I'm just being funny. That's all I'm being. I don't mean anything about it. It's just jokes. But some
Yeah.
people just can't take a joke. That's what it was all about. All the way up into his, Parkinson's or whatever the hell he had, Alzheimer's or whatever the fuck he died of. He couldn't give two shits the whole
Yeah.
time. He's like, I don't care what these people think. This is my job. This is what I do. This is what I love. I'm going to make fun of everyone.
Probably his
Mm-hmm.
funniest
Take it or
skit
leave it.
was after he had caught himself on fire. That was probably his funniest stand up he'd ever
Yes.
did. It was fucking hilarious. He struck a match and was like, "What do you call this?" It's like, I ain't even gonna say the word, but he's like,
Yeah.
and they're on cocaine.
Right.
Like, oh shit! I can't believe he
Yeah.
said that shit.
I mean,
Uh,
he would
They're
he would
freebasing
he would
cocaine.
joke about himself.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you a real
Look at
comedian does it. When you fuck up and you have to make a joke about it to make people laugh that you fucked up, that's a comedian.
Yeah, he was talking about killing his car and all kind of shit. It was hilarious. I couldn't imagine
there's
going. I mean,
some guys are very talented towards that. Even, just regular people like us. You go into a bar, there's always that one fucking guy who can make fun of everybody and make you laugh. You
yeah.
know, yeah, okay. Um, but some of these comedians are just sad. I mean, I don't know. I've never heard Sarah Silverman. She's supposed to be a comedian. I've never heard her say anything funny.
No, I
Whoopi
tell you,
Goldberg's supposed to be. Never seen her say anything funny.
she used to do a bunch of the Live Aid stuff, didn't she? Her and Billy Crystal and Robin Williams.
Yeah, and Robin Williams. Yep.
Robin was
Now
funny
Billy
usually, but
Crystal.
yeah.
I like Billy Crystal.
I tell you,
I
a
think
comedian.
Robin.
A lot of people never heard of Greg Giraldo, but he comes up with some of the coolest shit. I mean, just he knows how to twist the words to make it fit the subject. But he was one of the famous guys. Him and Jeff Ross on all the Hollywood roast that basically called them guys out on stage and made them laugh at themselves. It was pretty cool. Uh, but he died of an overdose in a hotel room. So he no longer with us.
Well, nothing's funny anymore. That's the problem. Because no matter what you say, you're going to offend some idiot. Like, not us, because we can do that, because who the fuck are we? But if you're semi famous and you make a joke
Yeah.
that's actually funny, look what happens.
Yeah.
You can't be a comedian nowadays. It's too either racist, homophobic, or something. There's no
admit,
material. The window is
That's
so
what makes it
fucking
fun.
small. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Impossible.
I never got Andrew Dice Clay, but I can remember him going on to college campuses or going here, going there for that window that he was like everything. That's all you heard about was Andrew Dice Clay. And nowadays, I can't imagine that would go,
No, he
especially
wasn't
on a college.
particularly funny. He was just vulgar, basically.
You
I
know,
mean,
he's still doing stand up like in Vegas and places like that.
yeah.
I follow him on Facebook. He's had a stroke. One side of his face is all fucked up. It's pretty crazy. Got a
Really?
little, yeah. Got a young little wife. All kind of shit going on. But
I
he's still got.
never got that. I never got how that shit was that funny.
He wasn't
That was
that
his
funny.
persona. It was a
Yeah.
persona. He was supposed to be a big Italian guy, but he's actually fucking Jewish.
Right. Yeah, he's a different kind of guy. He had a couple of different ones that were funny in a stand up that I watched him like live on Sunset Strip or something like that. But it was just I only laughed a couple times, and it wasn't like butt gusting from one end to the next.
Yeah.
Well, they're
I
gonna
don't
shut
know.
down all of them now. I mean, you know,
Yeah, they're all starting podcasts and shit now.
right?
Sam Tripoli, he's pretty
Like
funny.
Adam Carolla. Yeah, Adam Carolla was pretty funny. It still
Mhm.
is, but he's one of them ones. He don't give a shit what you think.
Right.
I
As a
watch his
matter of fact, if
podcast.
you tell him you're offended, he'll make 25 more jokes about you before you'll be crying before it's over.
Yeah.
Well, I
Which
watch
you
Nick
got to
DiPaolo's
respect that.
podcast every day too.
You got to
He's a
respect
right
that.
winger, and he can't get into work. Well, now the clubs stand up starting to open up again, but somewhat limited edition in areas
Well, I don't know.
from the COVID. As far
I
as
don't have time in the day to be watching the podcasts that much, but I really I miss the old days when you could turn on a TV one night and watch All in the Family, and then the next night you could watch Sanford and Son and laugh at both of them
Yeah.
because they were funny.
Yeah.
You
well, the
know,
same character, different race, basically.
yeah, yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Some of the shit I see on TikTok and on Facebook, you could make a nice little sitcom out of just walking down the fucking street and talking to people. I mean,
Yeah,
just asking questions. Half the people don't know the history of the country or who's even fucking president right now, for that matter. They
yeah, and
pretty
that's the
disturbing.
problem. And I like the ones where they tell them some of Trump's policies and say Biden did them, and they say how great they were, and then
Right.
get told it was Trump, and they just
Right.
they don't know what to say
Yeah. Lose their mind.
because it just shows that there's no substance to their hatred. They just hate, and when you just hate, you turn into apparently a fucking idiot. I guess I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah. I think it takes your brain cells to do that or something. That's fucking weird.
I assume so. I don't know. Anybody wants to come on is welcome to. I'm putting up the link again.
I
Dave
want to come
Chappelle is
on.
funny as well. I don't know. I've never really paid attention to Dave Chappelle until recently when he told the frickin' he she's and all that to go fuck themselves. Basically, I like that. I didn't think it was funny, but I liked it. Uh, I don't know.
He made a funny skit back on the Dave Chappelle show. When he was playing a KKK member and he was blind, he thought he was a white guy and he kept calling calling him with the N word and everything. It's funny. And the guy finally at the end of it
Oh
told him,
yeah.
"Man, you're black, right?" And he's like, "I'm
Yeah,
what?"
yeah. Clayton Bigsby. Yeah, that was
Well, a
funny.
lot of
Clayton
people
Bigsby
like
was
him.
funny, but yeah, he
I
was
like
good when he
how he
had
didn't back
the
down.
show.
He's the guy who's got that fuck you money. That you know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna do what I want. I got money, so fuck you. And that's cool. You
Y'all
know,
ever y'all ever listen to Roy D. Mercer?
never heard
It's
of him.
he's hilarious, man. He calls up and like pranks these businesses, and his famous kind of like tagline is "How big an old boy are you anyway?" He'd call and say like he was going to sue him or whatever, and then the fucking manager would come out and he'd be talking to him. He's like, "Look, man, my boy came in there to your bowling alley and got that fungus on his fingers, and can't serve French fries now, so you're gonna have to pay his fucking paycheck." And the guy say, "Man, you're crazy." He'd be like, "Just how big an old boy are you anyway? I'm gonna come down there and rearrange it." But it was funny how he did it. He went through a whole
Yeah.
spiel, and at the end of it, he'd tell them, "Hey, man, it's just a joke. This is Roy D. Mercer." And the guy would laugh. He'd just be like, "Oh fuck, I can't believe it. This guy got me." But he's got, man, years. Gene Tracy truck stop. I'm sure you've heard of that guy. No.
Still a
Holy
household name there, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
God damn, yeah, I just got a flyer from the mailman on that
Oh my
fucking
God. Can't
Roy
believe it.
Mercer truck stop, whatever that was.
No. Gene Tracy's truck stop.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Same
You know
difference.
what? I'll be right back.
All right, good for you. And then Nick comes back with a new hat on, and he's like got a shower and everything. He's all ready to go now. And everything.
Oh shit.
Well, the guys who talking about all these comedians, they're like Chappelle he's getting too political. Everything's political. You know, they're shutting it all down. They're shutting it down. You can't be funny. You can't be a comedian. They don't want comedians.
No,
Because they make fun of them.
Mouth shut.
They make fun of everybody. You can't do it. Can't do it
They
anymore.
want us to be like China. You're not allowed to make fun of people.
No.
Right. I mean, you say one wrong word, the cities are gonna burn. I mean, it's ridiculous.
First Amendment has gone out the fucking window.
Way out the window.
Gone.
It's like they had a Chinese tennis player that she got molested by some party official, and bam, she was like disappeared.
Went into hiding and shit. I mean, it's
hiding. No, she got fucking liquidated, probably.
Yes.
Well, they claim she's still alive.
Yeah, I heard that the other day too.
Now that's a claim, but who knows?
Well, they'll give up on it in a little while and go, I don't remember who she was. She's gone.
She's probably dead.
Gone.
She's probably dead.
Gone.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything in at least a week about that. So
yeah, that's old news.
Yeah,
she wanted everybody to know that she had exiled herself to be alone. She didn't want to stand in the limelight anymore. So
and they're still trying to extradite
Assange.
Assange. Yeah, that dude Assange. Okay. This dude
he's like a new Count of Monte Cristo.
This dude turned into corruption that was going on. Kind of like what was that other guy?
I don't even know if he did.
But he didn't even steal the fuck. You're talking. Oh yeah, you're talking about. Oh yeah, I know you're talking.
WikiLeaks fucker.
Yeah, WikiLeaks is Julian Assange.
Yeah, Julian.
But this other guy that worked for the U.S. government, and
he was a CIA guy.
Yeah, CIA guy, and he leaked all kind of shit.
Yeah, my brain hurting now. I can't think who he is.
Yeah, I can't think of his name.
Snowden.
Young white guy. Snowden.
Yeah.
I mean, don't tell the truth. You can't do that because your ass is gonna go to jail, and you have to be hung from the nearest tree.
See, the thing is, though, they're exact polar opposites of what they did from each other, as far as you could get from the spectrum.
Yeah.
Assange just passed on information through WikiLeaks. That's it. That's all he did.
He was a publisher, a news publisher.
Yeah, and he was protected.
They give rights to everybody but him.
Snowden, you can make an argument, was a fucking traitor.
Well, yes.
Possibility. I mean, it could be studied from both sides of the fence. That's for sure.
Well, I agree with that. But he was no publisher. He was a guy who stole government information. And, in the end, I'm sorry. I know people, they think he's a fucking hero, but it's like that guy that got turned into a girl before Snowden, I think it was.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Harvey Oswald.
Harvey Oswald. No, he just got shot in the gut.
But,
Chelsea Handler.
He was no, not Chelsea Handler. Was it
Chester Manning?
No. Chester
Manning.
Yeah. How do you handle Chelsea? How do you handle her?
I just
apparently from behind.
I agree that we need whistleblowers. I agree with that 100%.
Oh, she does too.
Need to be protected, but to do it the way they did it, and then like Snowden goes to fucking Russia. Really? He goes to Russia? I gotta tell you, there's only one reason Russia let him come in, and I'm not, you know, I don't
Hmm.
know.
Yeah, yeah. Like the poor guy, the guy that was on a submarine was so proud he was on a
Oh,
nuclear submarine and took pictures and sent it back, and
yeah,
now his ass got fucking in the brig.
Oh, he done. Yeah.
And
good, good.
yeah, yeah. It's something you don't do, dude. I mean, it's really something you just don't do.
He was told that shit from the minute he went into the submarine service, and he did it anyway because he figured it was
Oh
they'd let
yeah.
him do it or some stupid shit. I'm
Well,
glad he went to
y-
the fucking brig. Some guy, people think the military's full of geniuses. It really ain't. There's the same amount of morons in the military as there is out here.
Well, no, what it
And
is, Jerry? They think that's minor that he took pictures, but if you're explicitly told you cannot do that, it doesn't
yeah,
matter what
true,
it is. If you're
true.
explicitly told you can't piss here and you do it, it doesn't matter what it is. You're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, yeah.
correct.
The military's a different animal, man. It ain't like when you're at work and your boss says you can't do that and you do it anyway, and then he just gets pissy with you and walks away.
Yeah,
In the military, they
you
get
don't just
pissy
get
with you
written
just for
up.
the
Yeah, the
yeah.
military. Yeah, you're
Military,
going into the
you
brig
get pissy
somewhere.
with you, you get pissy with they get pissy with you just to get warmed up to be more pissy with you.
It
And
doesn't work.
let's face it, nuclear submarines are usually the interior of a nuclear submarine is. I mean, how often do you see the interior of the submarine on TV somewhere? Like
Never.
a tour of some sort kind of thing. You don't see that often. Why?
No.
Because a lot of shit in there is top secret.
I actually have
And they don't,
a cousin. I think he's first cousin who back shit. This is back in the '90s now. Uh, worked on a nuclear submarine. He doesn't talk about it. He's not allowed to.
yeah, yeah,
You know. He now
yeah.
works. Actually works with my little brother at a computer training center in Lafayette, Louisiana. They work together. They both teach the same but different things. Uh, both very brilliant, but he worked on a nuclear sub, and he is not allowed to talk about it, and he does not. As
I
only thing
think
he will
even the
say was,
guys,
I worked on a nuclear sub." That's it.
I think even the guys that like build that, even Navy ships and stuff, there's a certain for certain ship on the ships and stuff. I think you have to have clearances to go in there and work and
Correct.
set shit up
It's
and install
security
shit and
clearance.
whatever the fuck it is you do.
Mhm.
Okay, and you get caught selling that shit or putting it on the fucking internet or some crap or another, you go to jail, man.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
kind of the spiel that Northrop Grumman gave us when they come up and gave us a 4 hour lecture on trying to hire us. That was like, you guys are, I mean, I hate to put it in layman terms, but, and his exact words he said, I hate to put it that way, but you guys are the dum dums that come in and do the dumb work, and then you got get the hell out of there, and then those guys come in and do their smart people work. And
Yeah,
and they say we're not saying you're a dum dum because you're building the fucking exoskeleton of a ship, but there's certain intelligence that you're
yeah.
not allowed to know.
Rivets and welding are not top secret. Everybody knows about them.
Right,
But
right.
decryption machines and radar and sonar and what the fuck ever else, all that nuclear
Nuclear engine.
reactor engines or some whatever the fuck
Yeah,
they are. That's
yeah.
why nobody knows about this shit.
Right,
You
right.
know, 30 years from now, the first nuclear sub you may know about because it's so fucking outdated, it doesn't matter anymore. You may even find some kind of, a lot of information online about it, but it don't matter because everybody's got it. Once everybody's got the technology, it's not a secret anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one of my best friends, like my second best friend. We used to be roommates. He was in the Navy, and he on a battleship, and he would load bombs on these, jets, fighter jets. And he said, "There is shit I've seen that I cannot even tell you about because I was sworn to secrecy about,
Yeah.
technology that was up and coming." And this was way back in the 90s. He
Yeah.
said, "I can tell you I know about it, but I can't tell you what it is." And his brother, his younger brother, also uh, the Navy, became a avionics mechanic, rewiring and you name it, electrical
Yeah.
avionics mechanic, and all. And he worked because we have airport, you know, well, we have Fort Polk here in Louisiana, but he worked for like Chenault Air Force Base and Northrop Grumman and all these places. And he said, "All I can tell you is do not fly on Jamaican Airlines." That's all he said. "That's all I can tell you. They do not
Well, I
service their
think
airplanes for like 10 years at a time."
I
Man.
think personally that should be like a life fact that you should learn in elementary school kind of deal. Like Air Mexico. You probably don't want to, you probably don't want to fly them either. You know,
Yeah,
Probably had to fly
I
with
mean,
chickens.
it's
yeah.
called like common sense.
Dog and
If you
pony.
go to yeah, if you go to Mexico and get on a bus and there's 42 guys and 22 goats, 85 chickens, can you imagine what the planes are like? I mean, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Just grab a
So
rope and
somebody
hang off
who
the
loves
side.
the shipbuilder says security gets really tight after the Navy moves aboard on these ships. Yeah. There's people in the fucking Navy that are not allowed in certain areas of the ship that are on that. They actually, work and live on the ship. They're not allowed in certain areas. I'll guarantee you there's places that on that ship where it says on the door authorized personnel. Now, it ain't like your mechanic shop where they put a sign outside the bay to keep the customers out from bothering the mechanics. That's if you open that fucking door or try to, you may get shot.
Right? Just like my measly job, security everywhere. There is like 1,500 to 2,000 cameras in this casino I work at. Good luck getting away with any fucking thing doing some stupid shit. Where I work in the IT department, I have to swipe through several doors just to get into my goddamn office. I have to
Yep.
have security clearance to get where I'm at. I have to pass federal, state, civil, criminal, you name it, background checks to get security clearance to to get where I need to get. And I get caught
Well,
doing some stupid shit, my ass is out of there. State police will come get me, and I'm out of there.
well, that's because there's 20 zillion fucking dollars in that business or in that building
Exactly.
somewhere. I mean, they
And
got stacks of money every goddamn where.
yeah, here's the crazy part. The craziest part. The IT department has like the highest security clearance there is aside from the state police because we have on-site state police because we follow a state compact, much less a federal compact. State police can go into any goddamn location without warning. They just fucking swipe their badge and they're done. Everybody else, depending on where you work, you have door clearance. Scan your badge, you can go in those doors. IT department has the second highest security clearance. No one can get into our office whatsoever without us allowing them to come in with a good reason. Now, you go into like main bank, where all the money is, even though I have even a table games pit, which, I'm not going to bum rush in and start stealing fucking chips and shit. It ain't going to happen because surveillance everywhere. I have to get a security guard to escort me into all of these other locations. And they have less security clearance than I have because they can't get into my fucking office
Huh.
without without authorization. I always thought that was the dumbest shit in the world because we go through stringent security clearances. It's ridiculous. But yeah,
Charlie.
I
Oh,
need
you
I need a security guard
motherfucker.
escort to go into certain locations
Fucking dog.
that needs less security. A
Yeah.
table games dealer, a card dealer
Ah, come
can
on.
get into
Come
a
on.
pit
Get the fuck out
that
of here.
I can't
Let's
get
go.
into without a security guard. It's like,
Well,
somebody
that just
please
shows
explain
Fucking
you.
this.
dog.
Yeah, but
That's the
this is the
level of
deal.
security, you know?
This is the deal, though. You do all that. I mean, because that's the job. So this kid in the Navy, I mean, I know you're 50, but this kid in the Navy has been indoctrinated into this shit. I mean, you don't just go in the Navy and they send you on a sub. You got to go to the schools. There's a lot of shit you got to learn, whatever your job is. You know, they indoctrinate you into this kind of crap. And there ain't no more subs that are, diesel motors or whatever. These are all nuclear submarines or whatever. And that's why this kid got in trouble, and rightfully fucking so.
Yeah, he had clearance to get down
Everybody,
there. He didn't have clearance to start taking fucking pictures because he was told, don't
yeah.
fucking take
Well,
pictures and then
a lot,
send it out to anybody.
when that shit came out, everybody was using that against Obama, and I was like, yeah, but that is a big deal because, like in World War II, if you know the history here at home, there was a saying, "And loose lips sink
Mm-hmm.
ships," and they used, okay. And so you send pictures to your mother. What's she gonna do? This is what my son is doing, and show it to everybody in her bridge club or who the hell
Yes.
ever. Her
It's
fucking checkout lady at the cashier at the fucking grocery store, whoever. And you don't know any of these fucking people. Meanwhile, you got possibly top secret shit that's being shown all over, for
Well,
Peoria,
it's like
Illinois, or where the hell it was
the
from.
same thing. I used to work with a lot of classified documents, and the rule was these cannot leave the room. These classified documents. So if you take it out of there and get caught with it, you're in fucking trouble.
Yeah.
It's a given. You're fucking trouble. You know. Same thing with the dude taking the pictures. You can't do certain things when not face the fucking consequences.
Especially on a cell phone, because cell phone, I mean, I'm assuming this, I don't think mine's ever been, but you can hack a cell phone. So, and you know what? In like Matt lives in a Marine Corps town, but there's Navy there also, I'm sure. And there's thousands upon thousands of people that are in the military, and you don't know who you're sitting next to at the restaurant or the bar, the guy you just met and you're bullshitting with. He could very well be a fucking spy, because not all Chinese spies are probably Chinese.
right.
You know, it'd be it'd be
Yeah,
a
we
dead
know
fucking
that.
giveaway. Yeah,
Like
well,
your
we got
Adam
her
Swalwell kind of
swallow.
guys, who's
Yeah,
fucking Fang Fang. Uh, three F's in the world, fucking Fang
See
Fang.
that? That'd be my downfall right there. Old Fang Fang, son. I tell you what. Mm.
fucking
See,
Daryl over
Daryl
there.
likes him a little, likes him a little sushi, and
Yeah,
yeah, I
sushi.
don't know what to tell you.
Little cook sushi.
Fucking Daryl.
No, I don't want her to be called Fang
Dary'll be the
Fang. I want
cause
her
of
to be
World War
called
Three.
Gummy Gummy here.
All right.
Hmm.
Yeah, we have enough sellouts in our own goddamn government, like I just
Right.
posted, but much less having some dumbass just nonchalantly doing it, not even thinking about what the hell they're doing. They're thinking, oh, my
Yeah.
kid's great. He's on a nuclear submarine. He's on a, whatever kind of battleship, this brand new battleship, this brand new, uh, naval entity, and just sharing pictures everywhere. And then it's all over Facebook. It's all over, Twitter,
Yeah.
Pinterest, whatever, all these other goddamn nonsense uh, sites. First thing you know, the Chinese done learned all of our goddamn technology and they re-engineer it. It's bad enough our own goddamn people sell this shit out, for a
What was
price.
that? What was that last one that Trump was able to put in the water before he retired from office? Wasn't it a aircraft carrier, like a nuclear powered aircraft
Yeah, I
carrier?
think so.
Yeah, he had a
Something like
big
that.
speech. That was the guy that gave the infamous, like the speech about everything that you do in life starts at home. Like if you're going to change the world, change your house first, and then start working your way out. Maybe
Right.
one day you can be strong enough to be able to have a political opinion about shit. But,
Yep.
so
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
it was
I'm with
I mean, look at
a Navy
Feinstein. She drove
admiral,
around with
makes you
goddamn
bad.
Chinese spy drove her around for 20 fucking years.
20
Can you
years
imagine
and
you
nothing.
know,
that's crazy,
and
isn't it?
now we're just giving away our technology to the Taliban is selling it to the fucking Chinese. So
Yeah.
it makes it a lot easier for them.
Yeah, and they're still after Trump for some bogus ass Russian collusion. They're still harping on that shit.
They're just trying to keep the bullshit off of them. Is all they're trying to do. Because they
Yep.
know when they do get caught finally, they might not go to jail, but they will be, paying the consequences for it.
Yeah, and all these subpoenas
Unfortunately.
that they're pulling out their ass on all these
Yeah.
government officials.
Yeah.
It's just, and now they're finally getting wise to it and saying, "Fuck it, no,
Yeah.
I'm not showing up. You
Oh
just
yeah,
do your
yeah,
contempt
yeah.
shit, and we'll just bring this to the courts because it's all bullshit."
Yeah. Well, guys, we are out of time. I'm a little surprised, but anyway, uh,
Yeah.
thank thank everybody for showing up and comments. And I know I don't really read them anymore because we got 4 people on here, but I do read every one of them, and I try to post as many as I can here. So just so you know, I'm not ignoring anybody. Anyway, appreciate everybody that came on. Daryl, try to be on time next time. All right.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well,
Anyway, everybody say goodnight, I guess.
good night, guys. Being real. Hope everybody has a great rest of their evening.
Bonsoir.
As always, Boney Suarez. Matt is okay. Matt is being Matt, so that's good. He hasn't been cut off yet, so that's nice. Don't touch the phone, Matt. We're almost to the end.
Yeah, right. Hadn't reached the end. Oh hell, he made it. He made it fucking two
He
hours,
made it.
and the phone didn't cut
I
out.
got I got an hour and 54 minutes, and we're going off early. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we started a little late,
Anyway,
but still.
yeah, oh, yeah, we did, but I couldn't get on Facebook.
I had
I
issues as well.
Oh,
Just
did
to
you?
let you know.
Okay, all
Yes.
right. Yeah. Well, there he is. He's gone now. Yeah, because I set up the thing and I got the link and I always put up StreamYard and then I put up Facebook so that when I'm ready to go to Facebook, it's up. And all I had was a black screen, so I refreshed
Yep.
it. Same shit.
I
I
had
had
to
to
get out,
restart the computer.
get back in. Click
Yeah,
on the second message you sent to get in because nothing worked. It
yeah.
Facebook.
Well, I ended up. What I did was I put it on. I just typed the whatever URL or whatever that is on my phone. Uh, but I had to restart the computer and everything. Anyway, y'all have a great night,
Yep.
and we'll see you Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern for more riveting conversation about morons, which we have way too many of.
Oh my God.
Way
That
too
could be
many
the
of them.
entire show for
Yeah.
infinity.
Eternity. Yeah,
Yeah.
infinity. Yeah,
Infinity
infinity.
and
That's a good one.
beyond.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's
You
just
could Google that.
we got our. Anybody who thinks America ain't got their share of morons, I got to tell you,
Oh,
you are deadly
we're
wrong.
full up. We are full up and
Unfortunately,
overflowing.
yeah, unfortunately, most of them are in charge of something, so it's a
Well,
little sad.
you
It
know,
really is.
and well paid more.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Sad
I
as
want
that
to
is.
pose. Uh, I'm gonna PM you this, Jerry.
All
Uh,
right.
no political shit for Wednesday night. I'm gonna PM you
Okay.
my idea for a show that I wanted to
Okay.
do last week, and is very interesting. It's on the Matt spectrum side for
Oh dear God.
kind of, kind of out of the norm kind of shit. But
Okay.
it's
Well,
it's it's actually happening.
UFO stuff.
Technology, not
Technology.
UFO.
Oh.
no technology. Yeah, that you never know what the hell's coming out next. I keep
I'll
waiting
send that
for
to you
the.
shortly.
All right, good. I'll look at it at probably about 1 o'clock this morning when I wake up.
Whenever. You still got till Wednesday night,
Yeah.
so we're good.
All right. Y'all have a great night,
I'll send it to
guys, and we'll
Daryl
see
too,
you
so
on.
he'll know exactly what to think about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do some research.
Matt will
Tell
be
you.
clueless as hell since he decided to
Yeah.
just
Well.
fucking drop off.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that whole cutting off thing is bullshit, but whatever.
Well,
Y'all have
yeah,
a good night, folks.
like we used to say in high school when